Hi, I'm Jason Loomis, owner and master trainer of Sit Meet Sit Dog Training right here in North Milwaukee and the Franklin Oak Creek locations. And I want to be the first to welcome you to our website. Alright, so if you're here, there's a couple things that you're looking for, and one of them is obviously going to be information. That's kind of what I'm going to boil down for you. So make sure and stick around because I do have something very important to tell you at the end. So real quick about me and just kind of my resume, who I am and what I do. If you go to the Meet Staff and you click on the little Meet Staff as it drops down, you can get kind of more of my resume and what's on there. But just more formally, I've done a lot of stuff over my time. I've been training for the better part of a decade. I've been working with dogs from all different walks of life, whether we're talking about aggression, fear. My trainers have done the same. Me personally, I've led national and local conventions for dog training. I've talked to more than 200 and 300 people, teaching them how to train their dogs. I've worked with people hand in hand. I've worked with police dogs. I've worked with hunting dogs. And where I really found my passion was to work with everyday normal families. So I got involved with Sit Meet Sit quite some time ago because this is where my true passion was, to talk with people and help people get that freedom with their dog. And it just allows me to do the things that I like, which is talking with families, hanging out with families, but showing them how to have that off-leash obedience with their dog. So there's three main types of dogs that we deal with, and the reason I'm naming these three is so you kind of know, if you're on the right side or not. All right. The three types of dogs we deal with, and the three situations I should say, is number one, we're going to deal with puppies. So you just got a brand new puppy, whether from a rescue, a breeder, and you want to make sure you get everything started off right. We have puppy courses that are going to lead into obedience courses, and kind of everything culminates together. But the real idea of dealing with puppies is kind of show you how to get off on the right foot. And this doesn't mean the simple stuff that you already know. With our puppy programs, it's much more advanced than just putting a treat over their nose. I usually assume most people know how to do that, and if they don't, they can go on YouTube and look up a 5-minute video. You don't need to pay a professional for that. What you do need to learn, though, is proper puppy socialization with dogs and people, because most people with their puppies, the first thing they want to do is just throw them into the dog park. And that's actually where I see a lot of people have a lot of problems, is they go into these dog parks and the dogs are out of control, they're crazy, now there's a trauma because a dog got attacked or attacked another dog, and now you got to deal with all this mess. And that's kind of why we show you how to do these proper socialization. We're going to show you proper handling, grooming, good foods to pick. I always, basically go to my vets and I find out, what's good stuff, and I pass that information along to you. Then it leads into the obedience, and the obedience plays two parts. So number one, if you're looking at obedience for a puppy, we're going to get you off on the right foot. However, we also do the other side, which is step two, or the second type of dog that we see a lot of. You've trained with the dog, you've worked with them, and they still have a couple annoying habits, right? They're still jumping on people, they're still barking, you don't have them off leash yet. We deal with that as well. So we're going to show you how to get your dog off leash, but more importantly, it's not just about having your dog off leash, for instance, just at your house. That's one of the places, but just at your house really won't do you a whole lot of good. It's about having your dog off leash anywhere you go, in anything you do, and being able to conquer any distraction that comes your way. See, the biggest thing that really thwarts dogs from going to listen to their owners is that they get distracted by something, right? They see a squirrel, they see a bird, they see a dog, they see another person, they just want to go investigate. Dogs are curious, right? They love to be involved, they're social, they like to have fun. So they see these things and they want to go check them out, and we just don't have a way to go, hey, we need you back here, dude, right? You can't go running in the street, there's a car coming. So that's kind of where we specialize, is really deal with distraction so that you can go anywhere and do anything. As part of this system, we're going to be teaching you how to handle your dog and how to deal with situations, but more on that later. Situation number three that we come across is dealing with your highly aggressive or highly fearful dogs, or sometimes both. The reason we specialize in this is because attention-based training is very non-confrontational. And what it allows you to do is get control of your dog, which you definitely need so that you can modify the behavior, but because the control is so neutral, you can start to modify the impulse. See, it's the impulse that causes the aggression to come out in the first place, right? If it's fear and they become aggressive, it's because they perceive the situation to be, life or death, right? So they're acting in an aggressive manner to make sure to take control of the situation so they can survive. If it's dominant or territorial or whatever the case may be, there's just a misplaced of leadership. Either way, you have to have the control so you can stop those things from happening, right? And that's kind of how it starts, is that we get that control, and then obviously we kind of get into behavior modification, or what I call behavior overlay. So the reason the dog acts in that fashion is because it's an impulse, and then obviously it leads to, hey, this is what we normally do. What we have to do is teach a new behavior to the dog, so when you feel that impulse to go bite somebody or growl or bark or whatever, hey, you understand, hey, that's not how we do it here. Instead, you need to go lay down and relax. And there's a very, there's an art to it. There's a way to do it, and that's kind of what we show you. So as I was hinting before, every one of these programs is not about making you reliant upon us. Okay, it's quite the opposite. All these programs are meant to teach you how to handle your dog, because the simple fact of the matter is that every dog is unique. Now that you couple that with the fact that every family is unique, I can't prepare every single family for every single situation. We can't go through it step by step. So what I have to do is teach you how to become a dog trainer. And that's really what my skill is that I meet with you and your family and I show you realistic and practical ways to train your dog, right? And then if anything new comes up, you're going to know how to handle it versus going, oh, now I have to call the dog trainer and I have to get him to do... No. This is about making you and your family self-sufficient so that you can fix anything. Now that being said, in all of our programs you have lifetime attachment to us and we have lifetime guarantees and all this other fun stuff. But my point is telling you that our real skill and why we are just, all over the nation and so popular all over the nation is because we teach families how to handle their dogs, and we teach it in a realistic fashion. So the other thing that you're going to be wondering is, now that we know, what 3 categories you fit into or don't fit into, what's the next step and how does all this work? Here's how we do things. We have a consultation process, and don't worry, the consultation is completely free. But for us to help your family in any way, we have to be able to meet with you, see the dog, and see what's going on. That's what's going to allow us to recommend a custom program built to your needs. We're not the type of people just to come in and try to sell you something. Quite the opposite. We turn more families away than we actually take in because we want to make sure that we're going to give you exactly what you need. And that's going to allow you to be happy with the programs that we have set up because you're going to build them, right? This is all about you having your hands on the wheel and taking us, and you're in the driver's seat. You're showing us, hey, this is where I want to go with my dog. It may be really simple, it may be more complex, but the reason we're going to meet with you is so we're making sure to meet every single one of your needs and set up a custom program to meet all of those needs. So what we do is we come in, we're going to meet with you, we're going to talk with you, we're going to discuss with you, we're going to take in all your goals. And then what we're going to do is we're going to formulate a plan and say, hey, this is the plan that we have. Also during these consultations, we're going to show you everything we do. We're about full transparency. We want you to know everything that we're going to be talking about doing, and that way you can realistically say, yes, I'm committed to this program, or no, this is going to work for me and my family, which once again, that's great. If it works for you, we want to be involved with you, we want you as part of our family, but if it doesn't, I'd rather shake hands and leave as friends. Because this is what this is all about, is just being right for the right people, right? We want to make sure and help as many families as we can. So, through that consultation process, as I mentioned, we're going to show you everything. Now this means we're probably actually going to even show you our dogs. In most cases, obviously depending on weather, Wisconsin being what it is. But for most cases, we're going to show you our dogs. And the reason we do that is that's kind of our resume. We want to show you, hey, here's what we're capable of. Because that's going to allow you to see what the program's all about and what the results are. To me, this is always about results. Yes, we want to do it in a humane and ethical manner, but we want to make sure that we're getting you the results as opposed to crossing our fingers and hoping that we're going to take you where we need to take you. So, if you want to have control over your dog, if you want a happy dog, that's really key here. If you want a happy and confident dog as part of your family, if you want to get off on the right foot, if you want to modify some annoying behaviors or you have aggression and fear, you're not sure where else to turn, there's a form right on the side of this page. And what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and fill out that form. And our office is going to contact you and we're going to schedule a consultation which we're going to meet. Remember, it's free. There's no obligation. And the idea is what we're going to do. We're going to see if we're right for each other. Alright? And if we are, then we'll talk about setting up a program. We're going to get you involved in our family, and we're going to get you the results that you're looking for. So until next time, sit means sit.